2. I mean, if they want to spend both shields, I guess it's fine. I don't know. I should have thrown a little sooner. Misplayed it a little bit. I thought I was counting, but I guess not. Accurately, so I thought it was. Okay, this is okay. I already have the play here. It's going to be Powder Snow. I already know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, that's not good. I just need to. Yo, I found the Wincon. Dude. I just stay in, yeah, because my problem is if I swap, they come out with too much energy. Dude. Yeah, this was worth it. This was worth the investment for sure. Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. I decided to give Electric Cup a shot, and let me just tell you, it is not for me. So I decided to give Great League Open another shot and run a different team. I know a lot of people are pretty hyped about Shadow GLISCOR, so I decided to give it a shot myself, and I found a lot of success with it. Now, this team looks super weak to Swampert, but fortunately, I didn't run into a ton of Swamperts, and I kept some of those Swampert leads match up quite close. The team I ran is a Bastiodon with a Sableye and a Shadow GLISCOR. GLISCOR up shields in the back end is super strong. You can often sweep a lot of Pokemon, even if you don't have switch advantage. And as always, my team is quite weak to Obstagoon, but I've never really found Obstagoon to be a huge obstacle for a lot of these teams I run. So it's a weakness I'm very okay with. Before we get into the battles, a big shout out and thank you to all my patrons who've been supporting my content creation. If you would also like to have early access to my strategies and lineups, or see behind the scenes footage of my battles, feel free to sign up in the Patreon link down below. Going to this first matchup, we have a Galarian Stunfisk, which is pretty bad. It's honestly even a worse matchup for Bastiodon than Swampert is. Anyway, we are going to counter swap it with the Sableye, and they threw a Rock Slide right before even getting to the Earthquake. So I'm pretty okay with that because I know there's not really a reason to shield. And then now I am going to just throw these foul plays at this Noctowl to try to take it out. And this is not really worth shielding. I'm not really going to win this matchup. Bastiodon can farm this down, and again, I'm just going to try to rely on this GLISCOR in the back to win on this matchup. The Stunfisk is a little bit behind on their switch timers, so I figure I could probably lock it into this GLISCOR for a little bit. It's not the worst matchup for the Galarian Stunfisk, especially because they have shields. And now they actually come in with a Trevenant, so this is actually pretty good for me. They're going to shield there. My guess is maybe they go for the Shadow Ball. But either way, we're going to try to wing attack down. Shadow Ball is going to pretty much take me out. They actually go for C-Bomb, but they don't get to another move, so that's fine. C-Bomb will still do a decent amount of damage, but we are going to bait here, and they don't shield, so that's not good for me. So I'm going to throw another Night Slash, and they still don't shield, so I'm going to have to try to catch a Rock Slide, and it looks like we did, which is quite nice for me. Now, the good news here is that they had to expend all their energy to take out this Bastiodon, or not all of it, they could overfarm a little bit, but I know that my GLISCOR can tank a Rock Slide, so even if they get to Rock Slide, I should be okay. They actually undercharged there, which is actually almost a perfect undercharge, but unfortunately they're probably a little bit short on the double Rock Slide, and we're able to take out the Galarian Stunfisk. So quite an interesting matchup, I think, in the back end. Again, all three Pokemon, like my last team, is fairly decent into Trevenant. Not as strong as Noctowl, Sableye, and Umbreon, but still pretty good. All right, Toxapex. So we don't see these super often, but the team is pretty good into it. And they actually come in with a Sableye counter swap. So I'm going to throw the Stone Edge. And now, here's something that's giving me a little bit of an alarm bell. If you are familiar with my team from a few, maybe months ago, maybe a season 2 ago, I ran a Toxapex Sableye Obstagoon team. And I haven't really run into anyone running this team in a while, but it still could be pretty strong, and like I mentioned, my team is pretty weak to Obstagoon. So if it is that Toxapex Sableye Obstagoon team I came up with a little bit ago, this could be trouble. And so it is actually the Obstagoon. I throw before I get to the return because I thought they were going to throw the Night Slash, but they end up just countering me down, so that's a little bit unfortunate for me. Probably could have got the return off, but I thought they were just going to throw the Night Slash anyway, so I'm going to throw on Charging Priority to get a little bit of chip damage. Now we're kind of in a weird spot. I thought that they were going to snipe me with the Toxapex because I know they have energy, but they actually don't. So I was trying to catch the brine there. Instead, my opponent is going to throw now back-to-back ones. And now I know they don't have a shield remaining, so I'm actually going to throw a blind Earthquake, expecting the combo play. That's exactly what happens, which is absolutely huge for me, and we barely eke out a victory there. Yeah, so expecting the combo play the first time around didn't work. They went for the combo play the second time around. I had to throw the Earthquake at the Obstagoon, expecting the catch, and yeah, it worked out. Yeah, in the 3,000 plus elo range, you have to expect some high level plays here, so you kind of have to make some bold plays yourself. But in that case, it worked out pretty well for us. All right, Azumarill into Bastiodon. Even if they have Hydro Pump, I never shield this thing. Bastiodon, it's just really good to soak up damage, and that's pretty much what I use it for. And now I'm going to shield. I guess it potentially could have been play rough, but it's just an Ice Beam. That's fine. I have a lot of energy on this thing, so that's quite nice for me. So I'm going to throw these foul plays and see what happens here. They're probably going to have to start shielding this Galarian Stunfisk soon, but they haven't done it yet. And this could be an Earthquake, but let's see. It's just going to be a Rock Slide. So, and now they have a Toxicroak, and we're in a good spot here. Again, Azumarill being very strong into the Sableye and the GLISCOR. You just let it go. Bastiodon's actually probably your most reliable counter to it. But you had to expect that the backline is probably pretty weak if that's the case. All right, and then we are going to take out the Toxicroak, and my opponent is going to concede right there. All right, Dunsparce. You think this is kind of a core breaker, right? It's not too bad into all three Pokemon. It beats the Sableye. It can pretty much beat the Bastiodon because it's doing double super effective drill runs. So what I like to do here is just chip it down a little bit with the Stone Edge, put it in like maybe close to foul play range, and then go to my Sableye. This is not really quite in foul play range, so I can't go straight for the foul play. But as you can see, the non-stab drill run is not going to be a huge concern. I'm going to shield this next one, though, because I don't want to be super low. And they actually come in with a Venusaur. So this is quite nice for me. And we get to another foul play, which is really nice to grab a shield here. And then my Bastiodon could just soak up all this energy. So we're just going to let this go at this point in time. Sableye already doing quite a bit of work by itself. And I know that this Frenzy Plant shouldn't be enough to take me out anyway, so we should be okay. And we haven't seen the third Pokemon yet, so let's see what happens. I'm going to just throw the Stone Edge, either force a shield to take out the Dunsparce, which would be quite nice, and then go straight away to my GLISCOR, and here comes a Shadow Sableye, actually. So I'm going to go straight for the Night Slash, not even bait. I kind of just want the damage here, because I figured they're not going to shield the obvious Night Slash, and here we actually CMP, so I'm going to let this go. Main reason being, if I have a shield here, they have to get to 2 more moves on the Shadow Sableye, and they just cannot reach it. So that's kind of why I threw the Night Slash right away, to potentially go for a fast move down if they don't shield the Night Slash. And if they do shield it, then I'm in a good spot because I can still land another one, right? All right, Lanturn, also kind of a weird one, kind of a core breaker. It's not bad into Sableye, it's not bad into GLISCOR, and it beats Bastiodon. So kind of like the Dunsparce matchup, I'm going to just throw a Stone Edge and then swap out here. Put it low enough so that my Sableye can kind of handle it. And then here comes the Noctowl. And this is the main reason why I go to the Sableye, because if I stay in there, I don't really have a great check to Noctowl. Noctowl can beat the GLISCOR as well, especially if I don't boost, and that's just way too much to rely on. And the Sableye just hard loses to Noctowl. So because of this, I have the Bastiodon still to handle the Noctowl. And I force him to throw the energy, which is quite nice here. And then now I can smack down and finish this off. Let's see what happens here. They are going to throw Shadow Ball, but we tank it, no problem. And they're going to go for a Stone Edge here. Unfortunately, they had a Surf ready, and I think I want to shield this because this Lantern is definitely going to be a threat still to my GLISCOR, especially with 2 shields. Now I come in with the GLISCOR, and we're in an okay spot. I go straight away for the Night Slash. It looks like we CMP here. And we take it out, which is quite nice. And then now they actually have a Pelipper in the back. So this is a little tricky. They get to these moves pretty quickly as well. And again, I'm going for the same play I did last game, actually. I'm just going to go for the fast move down. Because as long as they still have a shield, they have to get to 2 moves, and they're just not going to get to it. And we are able to finish off the Pelipper. Yeah, so sometimes choosing not to shield their GLISCOR is the right call. Shadow Swampert, like I said, this is not fun. So here's the play. You can't shield. You can't shield the Sableye. You need to save all the shields for the Gliscor and just hope that you could chip down the Swampert as best you could throughout these other matchups. And so here comes the Sableye. I'm just farming down. If I can get up to a Stone Edge and land it on the Swampert, I'm actually in a good spot. It is resisted damage, but that damage is going to be crucial because I want to put it into Wing Attack and Nice Slash range for my Gliscor. Alright, so now they come in with the Foul Play. They're throwing all these Foul Plays. I'm not shielding anything. You need to save all the shields for that Gliscor. Alright, and then we go for the Stone Edge here. See what happens. And they no-shield. Perfect, as expected. And now they come in with a Skarmory. Unfortunately, it's a little tricky. So, classic Shadow Swampert, Skarmory, Sableye team. Something that's been around for a while. So, definitely trying to optimize the timings here, not letting them get extra wing attack, or not wing attack, air slashes through. And as you can see here, it's a little tough because these wing attacks are resisted, right? Whereas you're taking a neutral air slash. We do get a boost, though. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe some play here. And then we throw a Nice Slash. Looks like Cheggy is trying to leave before seeing this matchup. I'm trying to catch a Hydro Cannon. Unfortunately, really great play from my opponent. They decide not to throw it. So maybe the better play is to just stay in there. I don't know. And maybe get some extra boosted wing attack damage off. But yeah, we kept it close. For, again, like I said, a Swampert lead where Swampert could beat the whole team. It's not too bad. But yeah, it is a very tough lead matchup. Fortunately, you're probably not going to run to Swampert leads consistently, so that's nice. All right, this is a team that we saw a lot this past few weeks, and still seeing it around. A team that a lot of people have been using, Shadow Dragonair with a Bastiodon and Medicham, but this team is very good in that backline. I just let this go. This team relies a lot on alignment, so they always shield this Dragonair. But the good news is you have a lot of play into whatever they have in the back. I always come in with the Sableye in case they could get to an Aqua Tail. I don't have to shield the Sableye, whereas the Gliscor I do have the shield. They're running Power Punch, the Power Punch Psychic variant, I would assume, and we go straight for the Earthquake. No need to mess around here. We just kind of outpace at this point too. So I still have a shield, so I'm just going to go straight for the Earthquake, and we finish it off, yeah. Easy peasy. Alright, Sableye lead. This is where the bulk of Bastiodon really comes in handy. It's a pretty neutral matchup. They actually swap straight away to a Nidoqueen, Shadow Nidoqueen. I haven't seen this super often, and this is actually a pretty obvious Poison Fang, so I'm going to let it go. Overfarm a little bit here, and then throw the Foul Play to start threatening it. And they shield. So, again, this is kind of a Poison Fang, so I'm going to just let this go. I'm thinking at this point, you know what? Let's say, what if they have a Swampert in the back, right? Or they have a Medicham. You have to watch out those Ice Punches. I'm going to save both shields for this Gliscor. So I think that's the play. I'm going to come in Bastiodon. Seems like a bad idea, but I just want them to absorb all of this energy from the Nidoqueen and then come in and sweep with the Gliscor. They're actually running Earthquake. Surprising, Bastiodon still tanks it. And then now we're in a good spot. Now we're going to shield everything here. We actually go straight for the Earthquake. Why not just take it out? And then they have a Registeel in the back, and it's over. Yeah, we didn't even need the switch advantage. So that's a power Gliscor, especially with shields up in the back against a shields down opponent. Buzzwole, one of my favorite looking Pokemon. I love the character design on this. Play a lot on Pokemon Unite as well, but a very cool Pokemon. And a very bad lead for my Bastiodon. You're doing neutral in the Smackdown, so there's that. And unfortunately, at this point, I can't really hang on to this matchup, so I'm going to come in Bastiodon. I'm in a really tough spot, not going to lie. This is not great because I'm going to have to let an Earthquake go. So you're looking at this matchup and be like, wow, this is not looking good. And you're not wrong if that's your assessment. We're going to come in with the Gliscor. They do shield, which is kind of nice. But at the same time, like, this is not really a Night Slash range for me. So I kind of still have to go to the Earthquake and see what happens. We are going to, I guess we double shield. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe they have like a Bastiodon or a Registeel in the back or something. Maybe some double steel combination. But yeah, they don't shield again. A lot of people not shielding these Night Slash baits. Forcing me to throw a little bit extra energy, but that's fine. All right, let's see what they have in the back. And they're actually coming in with a Buzzwole, which is really interesting. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe they do have a Registeel or something in the back. So I need to try to catch, and we catch a potential lunge. Even Superpower would be fine. That's huge for me, and it is going to be that Bastiodon. That's going to be massive. Now that we have shields down, we have the Earthquake, and we can finish it off. Again, shields down against the Gliscor, you're in a good spot, even against a lot of these water-type Pokemon. Alright, this is kind of a problem. Something I noticed. Tapu Fini is very strong into my team. Rather than the lead or the safe swap, it technically beat everything. They do go straight for the Moonblast, so I'm thinking, alright, in a pretty good spot here. These shadow calls really add up. We could potentially grab a shield. They actually no shield there. So I'm just going to go for another foul play. Honestly, I'm thinking if the Tapu Fini's taken out and I have switch advantage, I should be in a good spot. So let's see what they have in the back. And of course, Guzzlord, also a very interesting Pokemon. Back-to-back Ultra Beasts in these matchups. But also a very cool Pokemon. Very bulky. And then they actually come in with the Azumarill. This is really bad. So this is not great for me because this thing is going to be able to one-shot the GLISCOR with the Ice Beams, especially with the bubble damage added up. So I did assume that they're probably running Hydro Pump, and they are. The problem is they have 2 shields. So, yeah, this is not going to be a great time. Let's put it that way. Maybe I had to catch a move here. I don't know. This is not great. I didn't really want to... Yeah, if I miss time, it's not great either. I'm trying to get there, trying to wing attack down, maybe throw a Night Slash, but it's not good. And they shield, of course. They could get off another move. And they actually have Play Rough, so not too bad, but this Guzzlord I'm not going to be able to take out. And yeah, so really tough, unfortunately. Tapu Fini was tough in itself, but with the Tapu Fini and the Azumarill in the backline, that's just, yeah, unfortunately very tough for my backline to have any play. All right. Here comes a Surfetch. I throw a Night Slash here, and this might be a Brave Burst, so I'm going to shield, and it is. And then now I'm going to come in with just a bunch of Night Slash spams against this Noctowl. Now, that I'm definitely in a good position, but I did have to give up a shield, which is unfortunately one of the downsides of having GLISCOR because it's pretty frail in a lot of these matchups. But either way, it looks like we have CMP there, which is really nice. I boost, but again, these are one of those times where like it's just not worth really saving the Pokemon at that health range. And they actually, maybe I should have, because they have a Chestnut in the back, and this would have been really good for a boosted Noctowl. But I'm going to, again, throw an obvious foul play, hoping they don't shield, and they don't. And the reason why I do this, again, is because now I know my win con is go for fast moves. If they shield that, it's a different story. But I purposely throw the obvious resistant move so that I could make this play, right? And so now, I was a little worried they're going to bait me with a Frenzy Plant, but they go for Superpower. Now they go Frenzy Plant, but that's fine. Noctowl here, if they have Shadow Ball, it's a different story, but they only had Sky Attack, and we're able to finish off. Yeah, so a really tough backline for me, actually, because they're going to outpace you the Frenzy Plants to the foul plays. My opponent here in this matchup is going to bring in the Azu, and just like the Azumarill lead, you just stay in here and you just don't shield. A lot of these Azumarills are bluffing, they don't even have Hydro Pump, and if they do, not the end of the world. But here comes the Ice Beam, no problem. Here comes another move, likely a Play Rough or Ice Beam again, and as you can see, they do not have the Hydro Pump. But important to note is you want to pivot out, you want to save this Bastiodon for that Abomasnow if possible. So a lot of times they have Medicham, and the best Medicham counter here is the Sableye because you have to shield the Ice Punches on GLISCOR. So I actually bring in the GLISCOR here, right? What I do here is I purposely draw out that Shadow Abomasnow, and I'm going to grab a shield at least from them, or just put them low enough so that my Sableye can sweep, right? I want this locked in here, and they throw the energy right away. That's fine, because now they don't have too much energy to spare. My Bastiodon can finish this off, no problem. I'm going to just smack it all the way down, and we're going to throw a Flamethrower for good measure at this Medicham, and this is the alignment we want. We get the Sableye into the Medicham, and it's going to be good games. Overall, this team was a lot of fun. I think my Noctowl Double Dark team from last week is probably a little bit better in the Open Great League, but this seems a lot of fun to play. I wish you all the best on the climb, and thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, feel free to give it a like and share, subscribe for future content, hit that notification bell to get alerted right when I post a new video, and I'll catch you all next time.